Russia looking to recruit 400,000 volunteers to fight in Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
Russia is looking to recruit real men to fight in its invasion of Ukraine, the British Defence Ministry said Sunday in its intelligence update posted on Twitter. The ads for the new campaign on billboards, TV, and social media sites also feature the financial rewards of signing up for the Russian military, but it is highly unlikely that Russia will meet its target of 400,000 volunteer recruits, the British ministry said. Ukraine announced new sanctions against individuals or legal entities who support or invest in Russian aggression. In his nightly video address Saturday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Kyiv has sanctioned 322 companies that manufacture weapons and military components for Russia's military against Ukraine. The task is to remove any opportunity for Russia to circumvent sanctions, he added. The tougher the sanctions against the Russian war economy, the faster the end of the aggression will be. Western sanctions against Russia have not dampened the wealth of Russian billionaires. The German authorities have decided on another mass expulsion of employees of Russian diplomatic missions in Germany, the Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement. In its daily intelligence update on Ukraine, the British Defence Ministry said Saturday that Russia is struggling to maintain consistency in a core narrative it uses to justify the war in Ukraine. The narrative is that the invasion of Ukraine is similar to the Soviet experience in World War II. Earlier this month, Russia cited safety issues as the reason for cancelling the annual observance of the Immortal Regiment, Great Patriotic War, Remembrance Marches.
This post received a score of 16,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Here is the thing. Once you sign a contract, you cannot get out of it until the end of the special military operation. So the government tries in any way possible to get as many people to sign the contracts as possible. There are recruitment campaigns in schools since there is no longer an age limit or any requirement before signing a contract, just being 18. 3,000 a month is a lot of money for an 18-year-old who doesn't think much. People is just a lofty plan with likely a lot of corruption on the way, advertising budgets, recruitment centers and so on.
Are they actually getting paid though? There are reports over here in the West that the conscripts are not getting what they were promised.
It's hard to say how many of them are actually getting paid. Some are getting their promised money. Some are told to wait a little longer. Some just die and the state doesn't have to pay anything. It depends.
It's got to suck knowing there's possibly some REMF looking at when the last time a unit got paid to decide who to order to the front.
This guy armies.
Special logistical operation.
Am I wrong in presuming the men who would actually want to fight for Russia have mostly already been enlisted, captured, or killed? Like the bodies they've already sent had to be the more enthusiastic ones, they've been dealing with a mass exodus since. Also, the narrative about why Russia is invading seems less effective than it was prior.
Putin also probably doesn't want to mobilize any further. Any volunteers now probably don't want to volunteer for the Russian army. They'd be wanting to join groups like Wagner etc. They've basically been the only Russian element that's had any success.
They offer antivirals to the 20% of the prison population with HIV. Fewer rapes and beatings to the rest. Not that they come through on those offers.
Yeah, I read that headline today. Fucking whack-ass country. They still live in some 19th century headspace.
The current Russian government doesn't understand the current increased value of human life as most democratic or just non-horrifyingly corrupt countries do. If you educate and invest in your public goods, you'll get higher increased tax revenue for the government for an overall decreased tax percentage on your public. This change in motivation and incentives is why most democracies are better places to live and why most states are for the most part becoming or trying to become more democratic, because aligning the government with the people increases the powers and ability of the government and the quality of life of a politician. If the country is doing great and the people are happy, the ruling government can justify $1 million salary and luxuries.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.